Quite all right. So what I'm doing now is going to Facebook. If you go to Small Business Center at Forsyth Tech, there will be a live video that you could share with people in your network. Go to Small Business Center at, just heard myself talking. Let me not share from the video, but share from the page itself. There's also a post in the page. There, and I just shared it. You all are welcome to whenever you're able. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Alan Younger. I'm the director of the Small Business Center at Forsyth Tech Community College. And every week we have a meeting on Monday, usually on Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock. And the purpose of the meeting is to gather the participants of Accelerate 2022, which is our Business Accelerator. We started this February a year ago. So it's been a year and a week, just about. And the purpose of this Business Accelerator is to help people to, if they haven't already started their business, to start. And if they've already started their business, to help them to grow their business. And a lot of the ways that they do that is by interacting with different people through our different educational events and also meeting with our business mentors. As a matter of fact, there are a number of appointments that are available next week. So the website is right here. So if you go to forsythtech.edu/SBC, scroll down to a green button that says Counseling and Mentoring, and you'll see the different mentors and see what their availability is, see what their specialties are, and you're welcome to make appointments with them. Doesn't cost you a thing. It's already paid for by your tax dollars, thanks to our state legislature. That's hard to say fast. So thanks to our state legislature. And we want you to connect. So the people who are in the program applied by the 15th of whatever month they joined, because you can still join if you're interested. As long as you apply by the 15th, which is next Tuesday, you'll be considered for the program. And then if it's too soon to do so now, then you can do so next month. And one of the other things that the people in the program will say or have said that is beneficial to them is being in a community around other people who are serious about helping their businesses to grow. That's been very helpful to them. So we would love for you to be around other people who are serious about their businesses growing. Another great aspect of the program is that when I come across information that would be helpful, I share it with them, just like I put it in our newsletter. So even if you're not in the program, you can go to this website and get on our email list. And we would be happy to let you know every Thursday what's going on, not just with the Small Business Center, but various things going on in the community and sometimes across the state. So the people in the program, sometimes they complain because I email them all the time, but sometimes they say, you know what, it is good that he communicates helpful information on a regular basis. So I'm constantly trying to not just clog up people's email inbox, but just share information that is helpful. So if that sounds like something for you, definitely apply. There's a bunch of other things that I could share with you, but I'm so excited to have a few guests with us today. And they're going to talk about customer relationship management. And let me tell you, Josh, there were a number of people who registered to be part of this conversation. Some of them are joining us via Zoom, as you see, and then some of them will join us. And then others are watching us on Facebook Live. So I want to thank you for being with us. I want to pass the baton over to you to share whatever it is you'd like to share.
Thank you, Alan. And I must give Alan a huge kudos. I was in your shoes, not Alan's shoes, but everyone else's shoes a few years ago, going through the Launch Challenge program. And I'm happy to say my company, not this company, but the company I was with, won that challenge. But now I want to share and give back. So we have a product at Solutions Foot called Sherlock CRM. It's a customer relationship management software. which we're going to give to you guys for a limited time basis for 30 days for free. Alan didn't know that, but we're going to give it away for a month. Yeah. So how many people here have just started their business? I would assume most. Well, when you start your business, you use whatever tools you have available. Sometimes that's a spreadsheet. You keep all, or maybe in Alan's case, a paper book. But you keep everything in the spreadsheet or on paper, but once it's in there, how do you use that data, right? Are you getting notifications from your spreadsheet? I'm saying no. That you want to touch base with someone 2 weeks from today. Is it going to give an auto reminder? Is it going to give you ability to change appointments by just clicking a button? Chances are you're going to have to go into the spreadsheet, find whatever entry you made on that line of data, and manually type in, I need to send an email to John Smith on 2 weeks from today as a reminder to, talk about whatever. Well, what if we created a system for you where you can do all these touches without human interference? So the system will say, hey, I touched base with Alan 2 weeks ago. I'm going to send a reminder to him, that we set up an appointment, maybe do a one-on-one, or set up a final sale of a product. Having a system to do it for you lets you run your business. I'm sure if Alan didn't have a system in place, he would not be as efficient as he is at getting everything put together for these webinars and Zooms and lives. At Small Business, they have a system. It sends reminders. It sends emails and stuff. We can do. Howdy, Nige. Yeah, we can do that for you, and we're going to demonstrate those features coming up in a minute. Now I'm going to introduce my partner, Nike. Say hello, Nike.
Well, hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well.
So Nike can talk on the need as a business owner to touch base as many times as possible to get a sale.
Okay. That's dangerous to actually have me talk in free text. We'll see how well this goes. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Nike Roach. And prior to this event, and actually, Alan and I have talked many, many times, and there is places. It was through the Small Business Center with his predecessor that my other company got started in Forsyth County, which was Sixth Sense Health and Wellness Center, which is still running. It's run by my amazing wife, Nikki, which gives me time to be a part of Solutions Afoot and Sherlock CRM. And so one of the things that, because we have so many different projects going on, for example, myself, just totally included, this business versus another business, there are different interactions that I come in contact with, be it at a email, a conversation, or I'm at a chamber of commerce, or I'm just right here and someone says, hey, can I communicate with you? I need a way to track to make sure that I'm staying on top of each one of those contexts, because say I talked to somebody 2 weeks ago, or even 2 months ago, or 2 years ago about a particular project or process, I want to make sure that I stay in, top of mind, depending on who I'm talking to. Maybe it's, I'm talking about a custom CRM, or maybe I'm talking about a massage appointment. And in some of my charitable operations, I'm talking about, how can we support some of the people in need in the community? A CRM kind of helps you to do that so that you can know where you are in the process, so that as time goes on and you talk to, say, hundreds and in our case, thousands of people, you don't, dishonor them, and you always make that person feel important. And the digital version and the custom CRMs gives you that ability to continuously help a person to feel honored and important, because it's not that they're not important. It's just a lot of times we have so many different things running around our head, around our processes. And all we really want to do is make sure that we're moving things along from when we first talk to them. And maybe that's going towards a sale, or maybe that's going towards something else. But at least you have a digital version to keep contact of that journey that you've talked to them. So that's probably the easiest way I can kind of explain it. And I'll let Chris kind of come on when he can talk about the digital version of how this works. And a lot of us have that. We have different, email accounts and stuff like that, kind of all flowing in different places. But if you can get everything in one centralized location in all the different ways you talk to folks, so say, again, you sent them an email. Maybe, they came to your website. Maybe it was a phone call. Maybe it was a business card. All these things can be digitized in a CRM so that you can do what you're supposed to do. And then you don't have to worry about all this paperwork. You can concentrate on the thing that you need to do. So if your business, like in Gail's business, is helping new business owners, new home buyers, and she may get them from all over. She may get a referral from this place. She might get a contact from this, but being able to take people through the journey and you're being able to keep them top of mind so that you can find out, are they qualify for this? Do they need this? Do they need that? And then that way they can take you through that journey. So I hope I gave you a roundabout way of how CRM has helped me in my multiple businesses, as well as some of my personal activities.
So now I'm going to throw the comm to Chris Vaughn. Chris Vaughn is our Chief Technology Officer, and he's going to give a demo of our new improved Sherlock CRM. Wait, one more comment from me. So Sherlock CRM is now entered into the Try Business Journal's Inno Madness competition coming up in March.
Hey everybody, Chris Vaughn. I don't have my video on because I'm going to be sharing my screen here and walking through this demo with you guys. But just pleased to be on the call. Pleased to see your guys' faces and interact with you guys. Alan, thanks for having us. Josh, Nike, and I are very excited about the release here of Sherlock CRM as part of the Triad Inno Madness contest. We have been building custom CRMs for clients for a long time, many years, and we finally decided that it was time for us to build one that could be more out of the box for a lot of the startup businesses, to give them something based on our experience playing around with other CRMs, what we felt they did well, what they felt they lacked, and provide a little bit of that custom flavor that we've enjoyed using with our client accounts. I am going to just start real fast just so that everybody's on the same board here. This is in our alpha kind of transition alpha beta stage, because this is our new product launch that technically has to be kind of ready for March, but we have it up and ready for this webinar. I say that just in case, as we're going through the demo here, we're going to start from scratch and creating something. If there happens to be a link done and link missed and you see me fix it in the URL manually, it's something we're in the process of still doing some of our QA on. So I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. That's also why, as Josh said, we are giving you guys an extended bonus on it. We give all of our users a 14-day free trial, but you guys are going to get an extra 30 days just for being on this call with us. So excited about that. So I'm going to kick you off real fast, and we're just going to put in a company here, just create some information. The key of any CRM is to build the contact relationships that you're working with on a business level. You can do that both individually and organizationally. Our goal here with Sherlock CRM is to start with the organization on the outside and provide the organization the ability to drive down and find out what's happening with it. As your business grows, it's going to be just more than you out in the field. You're going to have salespeople, you're going to have referral people, things that like that just want to be contract and send you leads. So we want to provide you in a way that you can have multiple users within your organization that can help you sell your products and services. So when you get started, you're just going to initially create a website, your company account information. You put in your company information. You can upload your logo if you want to. This would be used for some emails and things that might get sent out if you wanted to do that. If you have multiple email addresses, so maybe you have something like an info at your company. And then you have also maybe a support email address. We're going ahead and capturing this information in here so that as you're sending stuff out to your clients later on, they know the best ways to reach out to you based on proposals you're sending, support tickets they may want to send. We want this to be not just a lead generator for you, but the ability to start tracking some of those support requests coming back in from your clients. Phone number. This is your default phone number, maybe for your company, right? So I'm just going to put in a generic one right now, like I'm doing with the rest of the data. And the support number in this case, I'm just going to leave it the same. You can also pick which kind of address you want. It's important from our standpoint, as you coming on board with Sherlock CRM, we want you to provide at least a mailing address. And that's because we might want to send you a postcard or a gift or something like that at some point in time, right? We got to be able to reach out to you. So you got to at least put your mailing address, but you can also put your physical address as well. So mailing address, physical address, or you can say that they are the same. And if you put your mailing address in, it will automatically fill out your physical one so that you don't have to do it twice. I'm going to go ahead and just put mailing address only. Here's something that's really cool. When you start to go in with your zip code here, it will automatically find your town. So if I switch this to 27101, your city, your state that you're located in for your company is going to be automatically filled out. I'm just going to go with 123 Main Street here. And we're going to put fun company, right? Just something here that we can relay this out. The purpose of your company organization description, and this is where a lot of CRMs we've seen have gone wrong, is when you want to send out a proposal or an estimate to client, sometimes you need that little background of who you guys are as a company. So if you fill it out here and you put a little thought into this right up front, or even when you go to update your profile later on, then every time you send out that proposal or estimate to a new contact that is still trying to figure out who you are, they get that little bit of that history or that reason that you are really have a lot of expertise in what you do, if that makes sense. So it just looks good on those estimates that are going to get sent out. Then you just go ahead and put in your information. And you go ahead and create your account. Now, when I create this, I am then going to be redirected to a page that asks me to verify this, because we don't want people just randomly throwing in email addresses. You set up a password, and basically what's happening right now on my screen is I am getting sent an email to that email address that I just did. And I will go ahead and bring the link into this account right here. There's a little link that you just click on from your email. I've copied it and I'm just going to paste it in here. And when you do that, you get to create the password for your account. So I'm going to go ahead and just create a password. And that allows me to then go to the login page for the first time. So I can now log into the account anytime I want to. And I can verify my profile. Now, I did tell you we're kind of in the alpha beta stage of where things are. We actually are going to have a really cool dashboard page here in about the next week that's got some stats for you, like where your contracts stand, where your clients stand, some charts and fields and things like that. That part's what's coming up here. But right now we're taking you to make sure you can verify your account information. You can upload your profile picture, things like that if you want to. You can also check out your company information if you want to verify that as well. And one of the things we've done to try to make this easy for you is a lot of stock CRMs don't allow you to really create your flow. Okay. Alan's seen a lot of them. I know I can probably get a head nod from him. Some of them in there have kind of stock standards like this is a lead, this is a client that's landed, and you really don't get to manipulate that. We want you to control it. So if I want to come in here and I want to have multiple versions of a lead, I can have what I call a cold lead. I can also have leads that are warm leads if I want to. I can have it detailed from the standpoint of if I wanted to call these referrals. I can have referrals from friends / family, right? Or I can say this is a referral from a client. I can dig in here and really customize exactly how I'm capturing the leads and what I'm doing with that. So I can guide this all the way through. I can create my pipeline so that I can take this to the next level and say, okay, now they're not a lead anymore. Now they're not a referral anymore. They are, I've actually had meetings with them, right? I've met them. And then I can say they're a client. And then I can say they're a former client, or, you know, they have support requests. I can do anything I want with these labels. And that's one of the things we wanted to bring to you, even at the stock level, is some customization that lets you create this CRM kind of in your field. Also, the way you contact people. People like to word things different ways. Not everyone wants to say phone call or letter or postcard or whatever it is. You can put in here all the methods of contacts you make. So you can say you do phone calls. You can say you have emails that you send out to people. You can send postcards, right? However you want to call it. I can call this a water bottle if I want to, right? If you're very specific on what your gift, oh, I misspelled water bottle. So let's go in there and edit that real fast. You can be very specific if you know what your gifts are, right? Some people already know what the gifts are that they're sending out based on the different stages of what's happening. So you're going to be able to go in there and talk about what all those methods of contacts are and set that part up. Then you go into where you want to work with your clients and customers. And so, yep, this is one of those areas. I'm going to go ahead and put the create a contact in here. And when you create your contact, you get to fill in the information that goes with it. So I'm going to put in Josh, for example. All right. I don't have to fill this stuff in. I'm going to say he's a B2B right now for what the business is that we're doing. I can leave a note on how we met, you know, if I wanted to. I can put the date that we met. Today is the 7th. It filters down based on how everything lays out for you. And then I can update other information, right? Some people just want to go straight to the point and say, here's my phone number, here's the email. You can actually customize in here his company information. You can put in here his personal info. If you know it, if you're good friends, if you want to leave things like his birthday in here, if you're building a relationship with him, so much in business is about relationships. If you get to know his spouse or a significant other, you get to know when their anniversary is. Maybe you want to send a postcard or something, right, on their anniversary. You can put in, you make sure you have their mailing address, and you can also leave statuses and notes on where things are. So this is a new contact. I'm going to put him as a lead, kind of cold, just met him, you know, just met online, right? Something like that. And now I can submit this right in here into the system. So he is now listed as a contact into the flow. All right. When I want to go and search my contacts, let's go back a page. Let me grab it from here.
This is why it's alpha.
Yeah. I misspelled it. That's why. All right. It's right here. So I go here. You can search your contacts. So you can search from all sorts of filters. If you are wanting to do like a big mail out here at the beginning of the month and you want to see how many of your contacts have a birthday this month, you could literally search by birthday in the month, see the list of people, get that list and send them emails or, you know, cards. You know, some of the apps and things out there, right? You know, Krispy Kreme, for example, for me, right? You know, when they know it's my birthday, they send me a little notification so I can get a free donut, right? Sometime that month. It's the ability for you to be able to send that stuff out. You can search your contacts and go through, and then you're going to be able to create a whole funnel in your system of your products and services. So this is part of kind of your company setup a little bit too. A lot of you have different products and services. They're done into categories. Some of you might have products that are soft products, like maybe here Sherlock CRM, right? But you also might have consulting services where you're selling time, hourly visitations. Maybe you're selling a widget, right? Whatever that widget is. And you have a number of widgets and they're in different categories. It's a toy or it's a household item, whatever it is. You can create as many products and services as you want into this flow and create these out. So for example, if I create a category here like software, I'll call this CRM. I can say the, list price is $100, whatever I want to put it. This is not the list price. I'm just putting this in here. So we'll put a period of 1 month, right? So let's say that's the one, every 1 month, that's what it is. And we're going to make a special offer of, $1,000 or something like that. If they pay for a year in advance, okay, which is like getting 2 months free or something. I add that product or service to my company and it lists here. So everything's done. Now, when I want to go through and actually create my contact and find my contact, I can go through and go back to my contact search here. I can look for Josh.
It's not filtering right.
That's not filtering right. Yep. So hold on 1 second. Sorry about that.
And this is why we call it an alpha. So he'll fix it in a second and we'll back them running.
So let's see. Let me tell you what would happen while I'm fixing it. So what would happen here is there should have been a chart that showed Josh's name with all his key information, and there is an ability to generate a proposal. And then I can create a proposal for Josh and I can list all the products that I want to send and send it out. What I'll do, Alan, just for purposes of time and what you're doing with your webinar and things like that, I'll shoot you a little video of how that part of it works, and you can send it out to the attendees on the call here so that they can see that part of it.
Along with a link for them to register free for 45 days.
Yeah. But you're going to be able to, through this whole flow, you're going to be able to not only send the proposal out to people, you're going to be able to get them to sign off. They're going to accept the proposal, the basically digital signaturing, right? So authorizing that account, providing you with that contract validation that they are purchasing the product. And you're going to be able to then continue to use them and track them through your flow from a support level too. So once they're a client of yours, if they go to your website and they submit a support request, you're going to be able to track that right here in the system. So you're going to be able to have everything from lead through support of your clients. All right, Josh, I'll send that back to you.
So as you, almost can see in the whole picture of Sherlock CRM, you'll be able to track everything in your business, your clients, your employees, your products, all your touches. It really gives you a full view of your business. And that's what you need as a business owner. If you're not in touch with everything about your business, then something about your business is not going to run correct. And that is the gist of our presentation. We'll take questions though.
Thank you very much, guys. And I'm sure people will take themselves off mute and ask questions in just a minute. But I just want to ask, so for those who are in Accelerate 2022, and I guess anybody else who registered for this event, send me whatever you're going to send me, and I'll email it to all of them. And that will include 4 weeks free.
It'll
right?
it'll include 45 days free.
45 days, okay.
And Alan, we'll do that even better, okay? For anyone associated with the Small Business Center, we'll make it available for the 45 days.
Okay, so in that case, what I'll do is I'll put it in our newsletter that'll go out this Thursday. And so that newsletter will go, just tell me if this is overkill. It'll go to a couple thousand people.
That works.
Okay, and then that'll give them the information to contact you directly. Is there a deadline for them to sign up?
Nope, doesn't expire.
Okay. Cool. It you know.
And
membership has privilege.
Alan, this is a special thing for you all. We'll give you a special link that you put in, and it will have a referral code that's in it. And as long as that referral code's done, they'll get that discount.
Wonderful. Okay, so we'll put that in our newsletter, and hopefully people will take advantage of that and they'll follow up with it. Great stuff, guys. This is so important. And let me just say, and then I'll open up for questions, that this type of information that they were working on is essential. One of the reasons why businesses fail is because they don't have their arms around customer relationship management. So this is a great tool to help them to do that. When you get to a certain age, not to leave it to your memory. And if you're like some people, you write on a little piece of paper and they get lost. So a tool like this is outstanding. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And let me check Facebook also.
Hi, this is Gail.
Hey, Gail.
I've had several CRM management programs that I've worked with in the past. My question for you, what makes you different? And being a realtor, such as I am, what makes you different than other CRM programs? And if you know of any real estate companies that you work with, they're pretty much designed for real estate. Would this be one that we can customize?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one, Gail, one of the things with Sherlock is it's going to start, we have the stock version that's coming out that has the customization that I showed you a little bit with your flow and your contact stuff and your products and services and how you want to list that out. But you technically can upgrade as well to a fully custom version of it when we can even integrate with your MLS so that all of those listings can be found inside there and you can track the process of your clients all the way through. So that's an upgrade feature, but it is available through Sherlock CRM.
And we just had a question come in on the chat about how different is this from MailChimp or Infusionsoft or Carta or something. So MailChimp is a way to have a third-party software where it allows you to upload a list to that software and send out emails by logging into that software. This Sherlock CRM is going to be entirely yours, and you can set up emails going from the CRM to a mailing list of your customers without having to pay any extra to MailChimp or anything like that.
Someone also mentioned Infusionsoft.
Can I jump on that one? I'd
yeah,
love to.
go for it.
I have to. In the world, we call Infusionsoft Confusionsoft. And there's a reason. There is a reason for that. And it's not that they're not an honorable company. It's just oftentimes you need a programmer's mind. As a matter of fact, when I had it, and yes, I did use both MailChimp and Infusionsoft. It was very difficult. For one, it was thousands of dollars to use it. And when I say thousands, I mean thousands of dollars just for them to just show up. Then in order to hire some of the tech people to make it flow the way you wanted it to, it was a little bit more challenging. And again, I'm a massage therapist at the heart. I'm a healthcare practitioner. I am not a coder. Even though I'm part of a software company, I'm still not a coder. I'm just a regular guy who works on people. And so anything that goes to anything higher than like email, it's a little too technical for me. And I think that's what I like about the Sherlock CRM is that it can grow with you. I think that's the best thing about it is it's customizable based on your business needs, based on your desires, based on what makes sense in your industry and what makes sense to your customer flow. How do you flow? You might flow different than somebody who uses MailChimp or Infusionsoft or some of the other ones out there. So you can make it work the way you work so that it works best for you so that you can concentrate on building those strong relationships and selling amazing products and services. I hope that answered that question.
It did. And I will say the other thing is some of those platforms have restrictions like, Infusionsoft, which actually is now called Keep. They changed their name about a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago. It's going to hit you up with different user fees. It's going to also charge you based on how many contacts you have in there. And so we don't get into the whole nickel and diming on how many users you have and how many contacts you have. Your goal is to grow your business. And, we just want to be able to provide you with that software to be able to grow your business. So our subscription is going to be our subscription. There's not going to be crazy amounts of fees associated with users that you have. You're not going to have to, it's like Infusionsoft is 30 extra bucks every time you add a new user. You're not going to run into that with Sherlock CRM.
So if you had a huge organization like Alan does, 1,000 people working for him, right? It's going to be the same price for the 1,000 people that it is for just Alan. We don't charge per user, unlimited users, and we would love to have you grow and grow on our platform.
Can you also tell me a little bit about your customer service support?
I didn't hear the question, Josh.
Customer service support.
Right.
So with regards to what?
Any questions that a user might find or run into trouble, how would they be able to get service? And do you offer customer service?
We do. So
any problems with the,
Yep.
The CRM?
You would in the link inside your CRM, there's a place where you can enter a support ticket. You would just quickly enter a support ticket. We also have the online scheduler where you can schedule a Zoom with us if you need to go over something and need that visual help. We find that a lot of times if we can see just like at least an email of what your thing is, then we can know, okay, hey, we can handle this over a phone call, or we probably need to get on a Zoom with you. So we ask that people send, a support ticket through first, just so we can see the scope of the situation. And then we're happy to handle support tickets on phone calls or Zooms based on how that flows. And we are pretty responsive. It's you may or may not get a response in 5 minutes, but we do respond. We're not going to take a week to get back to you or anything like that.
And it looks like Chris has a question.
Okay. Is it working? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm a little late and I'm sorry, but is this just email-based network?
The stock version is. The stock version is going to connect people and send out your triggers by email. If you were to upgrade and go through a custom solution add-on feature, we can integrate with a number of platforms that allow for sending messages out by text message. And we can send notifications out that way if that's what you want.
And we also can connect to VoIP if desired.
You broke up for a second. What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said we can also connect to VoIP, voice over IP, if desired. Dialing a number from your system directly to an outgoing call.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
FB Chris has his hand up.
That was just her.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I don't know how to take it down.
No, you're good. You're good. I just want to make sure we saw him.
it's down. Anyone, any other questions? Alan, anything?
Well, thank you all very much. This is great information. And as a matter of fact, in a couple of weeks, what we're going to talk about during this Accelerate 2022 weekly meeting is customer service. So one of the keys to customer service is being able to keep in touch with your customers or prospects. And this CRM tool, Sherlock CRM, would certainly help us to be better able to do that. Because
in a few weeks,
I was just going to say, sometimes people bring something up, you can't address at that moment, but you do want to hang on to it. So this would allow you to keep tabs on that.
yeah.
Go ahead, Josh.
And then when we send out in the newsletter on Thursday, we'll have it'll be fully, operational and without the alpha hiccups we've had today. But you should be able to run all your contacts for your business through the CRM and be able to expand your employees base, your product base, right from the CRM. And then, oh wait, one last feature. Sorry. So for all the business owners who might have a staff of 10 salespeople, and you don't want your sales staff to see everything. So this CRM is role based, so you can have as many roles as you want in your organization. So if Alan doesn't want his staff to see all their salaries and all that kind of stuff, he can hide that and make that only his view, right? But say you want a manager to be able to edit HR stuff, they can have the HR view, but they won't be available to normal employees. So it could be role based, unlimited roles, and it can be set up.
Yeah, just clarifying. The stock version does have set roles in place. The upgrade, if you want customization, you can completely unlimited. Yeah. So
Great stuff. Well, guys, I want to thank you all very much for sharing all this information. I'm going to mention a few other things outside of this, but I'd like to just see if there are any other questions about this wonderful customer relationship management tool.
And again, we'll have
we've exhausted questions. You go ahead.
Let's say we'll have a video available with the newsletter, so you can be able to walk through it better.
Great.
All right. Thank you, folks, for having us.
Absolutely. Thanks very much. We certainly appreciate this. This is outstanding.
All right, Alan. Good seeing you as always, Alan.
Absolutely. And just glanced at my schedule. Looks like I'll be seeing you the end of next week too.
Oh yeah.
That's set up to get together.
You can also make that, Alan, if you wish. You can also make that available to your cohort there, and if they want to promote their business on the radio, by all means.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you want to promote your business on the radio, connect with Josh. Connect with me and I can connect with Josh because he's got a great program that does just that.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Great. Well, thank you.
All right.
So for the rest of you who are on here, I wanted to talk to you about a couple other things, and also answer any questions that you might have. One of the things that I've talked about over and over, and you've heard me talk about, is the Community Business of the Month. We would like for you to apply or nominate other businesses who should be recognized and promoted as the Community Business of the Month. The Community Business of the Month program started, it'll be 4 years next month. Actually, it's been 4 years. They just started without me. And the Small Business Center partners with the Winston-Salem Urban League. I'm going to forget somebody, so I apologize now. The Urban League, Triad Minority and Women Business Expo, the Chronicle, and the Winston-Salem Black Chamber of Commerce good. I didn't forget anybody. And what we do is receive applications throughout the month, and then we meet once a month and talk about the businesses, what we know about them. We do a little research on them because we ask for their websites or social media presence. And then we identify who should be selected and who should be promoted as the Community Business of the Month. And the Community Business of the Month for February is called Achieving Your Wellness, Nutrition, and Fitness. And many of you are familiar with them. They're a part of Accelerate 2022. The business owner is Jacqueline Morgan, who also serves as one of the business mentors for the small business owners. So we certainly want to celebrate her. She recently completed an interview with the Winston Chronicle. So maybe in this week's Chronicle or next week's Chronicle, it'll tell you a little bit more about her business and why she started it. So we're certainly excited about that. Another thing I want to mention is, and you've probably heard me talk about this as well, is a Facebook Live program that we have each week, usually on Tuesdays at 4. So tomorrow at 4, tune in for Spotlight on Small Business. All you have to do is go to our Facebook page. It's called Small Business Center at Forsyth Tech. If you click on the thumbs up, you'll be notified every time we go live. You can also just mark your calendar for 4 o'clock on Tuesday, because that's when it usually is. And each week, we feature different businesses, whether they're our clients or not. They're usually our clients, but even if they weren't our clients, we want to feature those businesses, and we're in a conversation so you can learn more about them. We've done this for more than 90 businesses in Forsyth County since December 2020. So the majority of them are through 2021. So we're really excited about the opportunity to have them not only tell you about their businesses, but talk to you about some of the tips that they have for others, some of the resources that they've used, and some of the challenges that they've overcome. Also, I want to mention that for those of you who don't have your own brick and mortar location, you're welcome to come to the Small Business Center when we're open. We have a lounge and a resource center. A lounge and a resource center where people come in and they set up shop and they work. They can work here for a little while, or they can come here every day and work a long while. It's not something where you can move in, but you can certainly use our facility when we're open. And that is available 9 to 4 on Monday through Thursday, and then 9 to 2 on Friday. So feel free to use that if that would be helpful to you. Another thing I want to mention, and then I'm going to open up for questions, is the Small Business Development Credential. There are a number of business owners who've signed up to earn a credential, which would help to distinguish ourselves from other businesses. It says, I've taken the time to learn more about how to operate a business successfully, and also you can expect from me quality and great customer service, because those are some of the things that we teach while you're earning the credential. So if that is something that you're interested in, all you have to do is reach out to me, whether it's email or put a message through Facebook in one of our videos, and I'll be notified, and we can get you signed up. And we're really excited about that. Matter of fact, during the month of February, we're going to acknowledge some of our clients who've already earned that credential. They earned it, they're earning it right now, and they will have completed their earning it this month. So we want to celebrate that. All right, my mouth is tired. Do you have any questions for me?
The credential thing you're talking about, is that the same thing as the certificate program?
Great question. So within Accelerate 2022, our Business Accelerator, individuals can earn certificates by doing either of two things. Number one, some of our educational events are in series. For example, one series that's going on right now, it started last Wednesday, and Gail was there. It's called Pathway to Success. It's a 7-part series. If she goes to all 7 of them, or maybe we do this 3 times a year, so maybe she's completed some of the sessions already. When she's completed all 7, she would earn a certificate for that. And then we do the same with marking outside the box each month we have a new series. If you attend all the sessions during that month, you can earn a certificate for that. And we have some other educational event series if that is the case. We also have certificates if you meet with our mentors and reach different business milestones. For example, some of our clients have earned stage one, a certificate for reaching stage one, which means they've met with our business mentors at least 5 times, and they also have reached a certain business milestone. That milestone could have been, and we have a list of them, and we'll be happy to share that. So it could have been that they created a business, so they started and launched their business. It could be that they've had at least 3 customer transactions. It could be that they have a marketing plan or a business plan. It could be that they were selected as one of the contestants for Time to Shine pitch competition, which we just had last Tuesday. And there are some other ways that they can earn that. So to get to stage 1, you need to have at least 5 meetings with our mentors. To get to stage 2, a total of 10 meetings with our mentors. Not 10 in addition to that 5, but 5 in addition to that first 5. And then 15, 20, et cetera. And so we're happy that some people in our program are working toward that. So the credential requires that you accelerate stage 1. So they're connected, but they're different things.
Is there a way that I can get your email address? That way I can meet with you or set up a time to meet with you, because I'm interested in all of it. I've signed up for one certificate program, or I used to sign me up, but I want to get signed up for everything.
All right. So first of all, Chris, if you're not already, go to this website. Sorry, I lost my voice all of a sudden. It's tough when you're a speaker. Sorry about that. If you go to this website, excuse me, you can sign up to receive our newsletter that comes out weekly. A lot of this information that I share is also shared in our website. I said website, in our email that comes out, email newsletter that comes out each week.
Mm-hmm.
An email directly to me. It's A. Younger, and then foresightech.edu, just like it says here. You don't have to include that /SBC, but it's A. Younger at foresightech.edu. Definitely send me an email, and we can plug you into all this stuff.
And I attended the meeting, or not the meeting, the class last Wednesday as well.
Wonderful. I'm glad that you were here.
Yes.
So attend all 7, boom, there's a certificate.
Alan, my question has to do with the mentors. Do you have to use the same mentor in order to meet the requirement?
Great question. No, any combination of them. So for those who don't know, go to this website, foresightech.edu/SBC. There's a green button that says counseling and mentoring. When you go there, you'll see that there are 27 different mentors. One thing you want to do is make sure that mentor knows that you need them to submit their documentation to me so I can get it in the system. They normally do it on their own, but just in case, you might need to remind them of how important that is, because you're on your way to earning a certificate. And included in that is the fact that they met with you. So like Tasha said, tell them you're in the program. Tell them you're in Accelerate 2022. But even if you're not, they should send the documentation so that I can get it in our system. So you're welcome to meet with the same mentor 5 times. But we encourage you to take advantage of the fact that there's 27 different mentors with 27 different sets of experience and expertise, and all of that is possibly going to help your business to be better. You're very welcome.
I met with Ruben Gonzalez I don't know if you got the paperwork for that.
I have not yet gotten it, but I'm sure he'll send it to me soon.
Okay,
Thanks for
but
letting me.
that was before I signed up for the certificate program or whatever. The credential thing.
Okay. So
So
what anybody can do is everybody has a dashboard. Everybody who's connected to the Small Business Center has a dashboard. And the dashboard, it lets you know if when you've attended different events like this one, it'll show up in your dashboard that you attended. Now, it won't show up real time, but as soon as it's updated, it'll show that you're attending. So worst case scenario, by the end of this month, it'll show that you attended. If you attended something and it's not showing, you can just send an email and say, hey, I attended this, do you have a record of it? And even if we haven't updated the system, we can update the system right then and there and show that you've attended. Same with our mentor meeting. You can look at the dashboard and let's say, Chris, you said you met with Ruben. And let's say after a couple weeks, it's not showing that you met with Ruben. Just send me an email and I'll track down Ruben and say, hey, I need your documentation of your meeting with Chris so I can put it in the system. We've had to, everybody's busy. Everybody, kind of slips people's minds. Stuff like that happens to me every day. So it's never a malicious intent. Sometimes we just need to be prodded to do the right thing sometimes.
thank you.
You're very welcome. Are there any additional questions? Okay, so next week during this meeting, in addition to whatever questions you might have about Accelerate 2022, we're going to offer some Zoom tips. So there are a lot of things that a lot of us have learned over the last almost 2 years of using Zoom that we can share with each other. One tip that I'm going to share, I'll share right now, and that is whenever you're on a Zoom, it's not a bad idea to put something in addition to your name on the screen. It's right here. It's got the web address, the website. I could put my email address or I could put my phone number, whatever I would, or the name of my business, whatever I choose to do, it's not a bad idea. It's a good networking tool. However, it's also a good informational tool. Another tip I'll give is that if you can do something like I'm doing and you have a banner, you can just have that banner in your background. So even if I don't say a word, people can learn a little bit about what I'm about, what I'm doing. They also happen to see that I'm a Steelers fan and a Tar Heel and an Alpha. But whatever you want people to know, it's not a bad idea to have either a virtual or an actual background that helps to send a message of whatever you want to send. So that's a couple tips. I'll share plenty more Zoom tips next Monday at 3 o'clock when we get together. And then on the following week, on the 14th, I have the list right in front of me. Bear with me a second. Next week is the 14th. On the following week, on the 21st, we're going to talk about customer service. So I'm glad that we talked about the customer relationship management tool. That's a great example of how you can enhance your customer service. We're going to talk about some other tips about customer service. And whether we're big or small, but especially when we're small, a lot of people make decisions about whether to work with us because of our customer service. One of the advantages or disadvantages that we have as small business owners is our customer service. So we're going to talk about things that we can do to make it so that it's something that we can leverage. It's something that sets us apart in a good way. And then on the 28th, in this meeting, Monday afternoon at 3, we're going to have a conversation about staying strong. So at the beginning of the year, we had a couple sessions on starting strong in 2022. Well, now we're a month in, and by then we'll be 2 months in. So we need to touch base and make sure we're still doing the things to stay strong. And that's applicable to all of our businesses. So we hope that you all will put it on your calendar to join us when your schedule allows. If for some reason you can't join us in person, our intention is to record the meeting. Our intention is to go live on Facebook, and therefore it records the meeting. If you go to Small Business Center at Forsyth Tech, you'll see the videos from previous, you'll see that we have different playlists. One of the playlists is called Accelerate 2022 and guest speakers. And you'll see that we have videos, I think almost a year's worth of videos in there. I don't know if we went live last February when we did it, but we've gone live most cases in 2021. And then you'll see other videos that might be helpful to you. Videos, there's a playlist for marketing outside the box. There's playlists for all kinds of things that you'll see when you visit that. So that's all on my list. Glad I got my voice back. Let me know if you have any additional questions. Feel free to reach out via Facebook or email. I look forward to seeing you all. Y'all have a great day.
All right, then you have a good one.
Thank you.